I didn't hear you come aboard, ma'am.
You are the watchman?
I am the captain.
Then who is Captain Onedin?
Captain Onedin is the owner, ma'am. He'll be aboard soon if you care to sit there. I was having to make amends.
A Turk's head, I see.
Yes, ma'am. Might I ask who you are and what is the nature of your business?
My name is Miss Indigo Jones, and my business is with your employer.
Yes, ma'am.
Anne is virtually separated from James and been living in the most dreadful circumstances. Did you know?
Yes.
But you did not think to tell me.
Since when has other people's unhappiness been your concern?
I want to know why.
Then you can ask her, because she's due here with repayments.
Repayments?
I lent her a small sum. I didn't ask for it back. She insisted on making repayments.
Her father tells me she's been living in common lodging houses. Did you know that?
Anne has a will of her own.
I did not think you could be so indifferent.
I don't understand. What happened to that cashier's post you had at Chumley's?
I was dismissed. The other work people wouldn't have a woman take on a man's job.
I don't know, if. Well, spinster you started, and spinster you'll end. Look at you, taking in washing. A naval officer's daughter.
You should be glad I remembered you.
Look at your hands, a washerwoman's hands.
I make my way as best I can.
I'll say one word. You've got a husband, go to him and make your peace.
No.
Now listen, you're a married woman and you've obligations. Every week that goes by, you put yourself further in the wrong. In a court of law, you wouldn't have a leg to stand on. It's desertion. In
One word?
Well, I can't stand to see you like this. Where are you living?
With Ellen Jessup.
What, the strike leader's wife?
I'd no one else to turn to.
You'd best turn to James before he loses sight of you altogether.
The cable jammed on the bow. The hose pipes were torn out and her bows were drawn under. She was swept clean from stem to stern.
Where's the Samantha now?
Anchored off Cork.
Is the damage made good?
We had 120 days of voyage.
From?
Peru.
And her cargo, Miss Jones? Captain Baines, if you'd be so good as to leave us. Now, I want to get this quite clear, Miss Jones. In passage from Peru, you anchored off Cork and came here alone.
Yes.
Just you and Captain Jones aboard?
And a pantryman.
Just the three of you, eh? Well, shorthand, it's hardly the word for it. Why didn't you send it to Cork for assistance?
Not possible. There is no one word to describe that voyage. First the earthquake, then superstition. A voyage beset with difficulties and incidents.
And all your crew deserted, eh?
Deserted or dead. After the earthquake, the carpenter thought he saw the Caluche.
Caluche?
It's a legend of Chilean sailors. A phantom ship. She precedes, then follows disaster. An apparition, you understand.
And of those that died?
9 by drowning.
And the rest?
It would be wrong of me not to be frank at the outset. There was a certain amount of fever aboard.
How many cases
3 certain.
Miss Jones, the Samantha's cargo.
She carries guano.
Bird dropping.
When fertilizers are in short supply, as they are now, guano fetches up to 20 pounds a ton. The farmers are in sore need of it.
Where did you pick it up?
I cannot tell you that, of course.
Do not most of the South American governments put an export duty on it?
I have found a source where the controls do not apply.
Well, then all you want me for is a fetch and carry job.
No. She must be quickly discharged on arrival.
So that you may return for another shipload without delay, eh?
The discovery of undisturbed deposits of guano is a matter of luck and information. Neither holds good forever. So, we cannot risk 3 weeks quarantine or too many questions.
Oh, I understand, Miss Jones.
Well, Captain Onedin? Cork to Liverpool? Will you help me shepherd the Samantha home?
I've got to the stage where I can't reason with the girl. And James is locked up on board, won't speak to a soul. He's got a woman of colour aboard.
A woman of colour?
Oh, she's not fandangle. No, she's a charterer, I gather. Could you spare another drop? I have an affliction of the gums from my naval days. No, and is determined not to return home.
Then we'd best not interfere. If James has a charter, things may very well improve upon his return.
Is it all you have to say, madam? With Robert's brother estranged?
Brother or no, James has done quite enough harm in this port.
What's the job, sir?
I told you, mouth shut job. And we'll have a lady passenger aboard.
Oh, she could have my cabin. I'll dust down here.
Right, I want to sail on tonight's tide. Not a word of this ashore. All right. What's about first, man?
Like you.
Name?
20 Morgan, Captain.
20?
I says 20 for 20.
Where were you rated able seaman?
Copper ore trade. Swansea out.
What ships?
Packets mostly.
Did they not have names?
Answer the captain.
I forgets.
A hard man, are you, Morgan?
I been all round, Captain.
Keep your mouth shut, Kenny Morgan.
Depends
On what?
on who's paying for one and what the job is.
Fetch and carry, Morgan. Schooner sailing from Cork, short-handed. Month's wages, week's work.
I've been short-handed before, Captain.
Wait up on deck. And the next one, Captain.
Next.
I smelt that smell before somewhere.
Billy Bones, sir. Knacker's yard it is. Well, no place for a seaman, sir.
Well, what you doing there, then?
The knacker's daughter, sir. Well, 6 months gone, so he had to make an effort, sir.
What ships?
And the Money Wigram boats on the East India run.
Got your papers?
No, I ain't got none, sir.
Why not?
Knacker's got them. Trying to keep me strapped.
Oh, you'll be anxious to start sailing again, then, eh?
Oh, a long haul and foulment for orders would do me, sir.
All right, sign him up, Captain.
Thank you, sir.
And the next one, Captain Baines.
Right, you.
Name? Yeah, I can see you got your discharge papers. Name?
He's got no roof to his mouth, sir.
No roof to his mouth, eh? Well, it's the kind of man we want for this job. Can't answer back. Sign him on, Captain Baines. Charter wants a quick turnaround. Night and day unloading, double gangs.
Why?
Well, 2 reasons. Cargo's worth more than £10,000, and she wants to get back before anybody else finds the source.
Do you know the source?
Not yet. Now, Samantha had a rather unfortunate voyage. Fever, desertion, probably a few irregularities. But if we can get her discharged without an eyebrow raised, we can bargain for a bit of that cargo, you and I.
Fever, you say?
Hey, Albert, you've got a cousin in the customs, eh?
John? Yes, he's an outdoor officer, but Well, I don't quite see what that's
Well, I don't want anything to get in the way of a quick discharge. You know, it's just so much routine. Ship's log to be checked, papers, clean bill of health. Now, if you were there with your cousin John, you could make it a rather social affair.
Very well, James. I'll see what I can do on your behalf.
Oh, Albert, on our behalf.
Mr. Baines.
Mrs. Onedin? Morning, ma'am. What have you got there?
Washing, Mr. Baines.
Mr. Onedin's not making.
No, it's some of yours. From your sister, she asked me to bring it to you.
Well, I had no idea you were at this. I've not seen my sister.
She knew me, of course.
You spoke so high of you. Does the captain know you're at this thing?
He does. I've not told him. You see, I've not spoken to him for some time.
I heard you was parted.
Captain Baines!
Excuse me, ma'am.
Captain Onedin said I was to use your cabin. Be so good as to stow my gear.
Yes, ma'am.
Who's that?
Charterer.
Charterer.
I don't know what Mr. Onedin is about in anything, ma'am.
I find your Captain Baines unspeakably coarse.
Aye, well, he wouldn't grace Sam Cunard's table, but he is a good seaman.
So am I. Now then, I understand there are some complications.
Well, in addition to ferrying out a new crew, you have asked me to engineer the discharge of a ship under very unusual circumstances. My partner,
You did not mention a partner.
Mr. Fraser, will be of invaluable assistance to us.
Then what is the difficulty?
Well, it's what it always is, Miss Indigo.
You see, Miss Indigo, the county families have grand mottos in Latin, but the Onedin line has how much?
I'll do your fetch and carry job for you, on condition that we split the profits of the cargo 3 ways. Yourself, your father, and us.
1/4.
Payable in cash the moment the ship discharges.
By whose reckoning?
Well, the current price of guano.
Payable the moment she clears customs, her cargo discharged and delivered as per bills of lading.
Provided that she has a clean bill of health.
James, you seem very anxious about this clean bill of health.
Pardon, sir, a word.
Captain Baines, I'm engaged on company business.
Leave to speak, sir.
Captain Baines, I can wait.
It's Mrs. Onedin, sir.
You will excuse me. I'm told you wish to see me.
No, I just chanced to see Captain Baines.
With this sack on your back.
I've experienced worse things, even than being spoken to like that.
Yes, I dare say. Well, a charter is to entertain.
James, if you'd only unbend.
Unbend?
You've so much pride still.
My pride's to stand upright and not to go begging. And to do that, I'll use my wits if I have to, while you, with your hand and your chapel art, invite nothing but sickness.
I'll remember that.
Look, I must sail with this tide. I'll ask Baines to summon a cab.
James, is that foreign woman sailing with you?
Ah, she is.
Is she the charterer?
She is.
I've no wish to interfere.
And no good advice, if you please. If there's a profit involved, I'll sail with the Queen of Sheba and not a qualm of conscience about it.
Mr. Baines? Yes, sir.
Kindly see Mrs. Onedin ashore. And in future, trouble me with ship's business only.
Aye, aye, sir. I'm sorry, ma'am.
A fetch and carry job, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
And he's told you nothing more?
No, ma'am.
It's nothing illegal, is it?
Oh, no, ma'am. He's just Not being himself, that's all. Snapping the heads off everyone, except strangers.
I don't know what lengths my husband will go to make his profit, Mr. Baines. My greatest concern is what he will do to himself.
Is that blood, Johnny? Johnny bring whiskey. Is that the cat? Doesn't get. Look. You just down, boss. Miss Indigo come back. Long time chop soon come back. I knew he was there. Capitan drink whiskey, he go away. Listen. You done the job Miss Indigo give you? Yes, all except him. Johnny see to it now, eh? Waiting with Uncle Shackles. Uncle Shackles all gone. What? Johnny see to it. Me got both ankles. He is dead, is he? Yes, Capitan. Him dead. Him go bye-byes now.
Mrs. Onedins stuck up with my sister Alice in Wellington Street. She was asking about the charter, if it was, well, you know, all above board, legal-like. Boy didn't say anything, just ferrying out sailors to a stranded schooner.
You said what?
Well, what little I knew. I mean, she's your wife and not a stranger. She's been good to me.
Look, I told you, this was a mouth-shut job.
Mr. Onedin, I don't like having words or feelings. Sealed orders I've been under before, but mouth shut's not sealed orders. And I am the master, and I've a right to know the charter proper.
I'll board her, bring her up channel, you'll follow on behind.
You're taking her into Liverpool?
No, the captain will do that. I'm deliverer, no more. You'll pick me up before she's towed in.
What's the cargo?
Guano.
Guano? The birds get rid of it because they don't want it. Why should we have it?
Because it's worth more than £20 a ton. Now, this Miss Indigo, she's found a source with no export duty to pay.
Why don't we go after a shipload ourselves?
Because I don't know the source. And because this Miss Indigo, she might talk a lot, but she knows when to keep her mouth shut.
What? Chile? Peru? Ginger Island or Lobos de Afuero? That's the fever coast. got some work for you, my lad. What?
I've signed Samantha.
Now then, young Twenty. On your feet, my lad. Move.
Of course I'll move, but I can't work. Don't sign Samantha. Well, you've heard of ship's articles, haven't you?
Pray do not think me flirtatious when I am but gay.
Those are my letters.
Returned them, did he?
Daniel Fogarty always behaved honourably.
Did he indeed? The father of your child. Must you leave them in a drawer where I must surely find them?
Because we are married, am I to have no life of my own? No thoughts, no private place?
Where you deceive me?
Are my thoughts to be purchased? Look, what am I to do these long nights? You leave me alone constantly. I'm interested in neither your steamship nor your drawing board.
Oh, I'm sorry, Elizabeth. It's the age-old wives' complaint. I apologize. Oh, come to bed. Now, come on, Elizabeth.
I'm not tired.
All the better, then.
Oh, save me your jests.
Elizabeth!
William was breathing heavily. In case he should wake, I shall stay beside him.
Looks like the Samantha.
See the way that droger is rigged? She's come home short-handed. A fever boat, more than like.
She may have had fever.
You'll never get a crew aboard her.
They don't know, and they won't. I'll board her myself, square off.
But you'll never clear her in Liverpool.
Been arranged.
Arranged? Mr. Fraser?
And tonight, when the crew got their heads down, I'll board her with Miss Indigo. Give me time to square off.
You'll never get away with it.
It's my risk, Captain Baines, not yours.
Horrors I may have, but I'm a match for you, you face.
Johnny, no rubber!
Well, now, Johnny, oh, got him. And she cursed.
Captain Jones! Captain Jones!
Pardon me, sir.
This is Captain Onedins.
Jones is the name, sir. Captain Zachary Jones.
Should like to see the forecastle. Ship's log, papers, consul signatures from ports of loading. First, the forecastle. Here, you. Come with me.
If Johnny talks.
He won't.
Johnny. You and me, Polly.
Yes, boss.
Ship carries guano. Where from?
Arica, boss.
Chile.
North by Pisagua, San Marcos de Arica. Guana long time in Tacna, brought down by coolie man.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Captain says sign Samantha, but he's boarded her alone. Why?
Well, I'll tell you. To make sure you got a featherbed boat all the way home. Now get up topsides, you'll graft here the while.
Her, not me. I signed Samantha.
That was yesterday. Holy Stoning today, I think, and then we'll have the bilges pumped them back to Holy Stoning. Because now you're at the master's table, lad. And I come up the oars pipe. The hard way. Oh, I'll learn you, lad. When I've finished with you, you'll be a real Western Ocean man. Blue water, blue eyes.
When did the last man die of fever in that forecastle?
I can't remember exact.
No entries in your log? Oh, it must. Have you no log at all? Ship's papers, bills of lading?
They will be found and put in order.
Aye. That forecastle stinks of fever. You know, the way she is, you'll never get a clean bill of health, and without that, you'll rot in quarantine, bird droppings and all. Now, before the crew come aboard, she's got to be squared off, stem to stern, fumigated, white lined, and if you've any drinking water, you want to get rid of it.
Drinking water? How do you think I survived, mister?
Stop that. Now, look, I want all the clothing and dunnage ditched. I want the bulkheads lined, top to bottom. Now,
Yes.
just have you want it done now. Forecastle, white line.
Johnny, he won't long time want the order.
Right, then, come along then, chop, chop. Captain, you're to take the ship in alone. When the hands get aboard, it might be of help if you had more than one leg under you.
Beardless boys.
Thinks I'm your daughter.
Oh, indigo carriers. Oh.
You reek of drink.
Drink? And why not? You've seen the things I seen this trip. The things I done for you, you do more than drink. Huh? Huh? If it's the fever what's worrying you, first thing I done was ditch the drinking water. Barricade myself in here. Huh?
What happened to a longboat then?
Mouth shut job, remember.
Oh, I dare say you sailed with buckos and been all over, but this voyage is to be quiet. Maybe short-handed, 8 in all, but you knew that when you signed on.
What happened to her then, sir? All hands it must have been.
You'll be paid in sovereigns the moment that she gets into port.
And me.
This waiting's barely dry.
Yeah, it's clean, ain't it? You ought to sail on some real pool packets, mate.
Did you see her yards? She came home under courses with the gallant sent down and her gear half carried away. And I'll tell you something else. I can smell a blood boat, I can. There's killing been done in here. Sailor killing.
Monday, 20th July.
Latitude 6 by 58 north. Longitude 21 by 31 west. Course south by east, 3/4 east.
Ship struck by a strong gust of wind. Heeled over suddenly, and the topgallant carried away
About 2 feet above the cap. 20th, 21st, 22nd. 22nd. That was the day we put the mate over the side. The foresail hanging in ribbons. It was flapping all the time when Johnny and I carried the mate on deck. Alive he was when we put him over the side. That sail flapping above us all the time like an undertaker's blind.
Johnny Heave-ho.
Johnny Heave-ho?
Yes.
What do you heave for, Johnny?
Oh, me Captain's tiger.
How many men he killed, Johnny? How many sailor men?
Oh, Capitan, he no kill many sailor, man.
How many, Johnny?
Capitan, he drink plenty whiskey. He forget plenty.
And what about his daughter?
Daughter? Not daughter. He got him hot chicken from Coquimbo. She very rich, bad lady, she.
Yes?
She get richer. Very nasty, always making Johnny Heave-ho plenty chop-chop.
Well, what happened to the crew then?
Oh, the crew. Oh, very sorry, Capitan.
Questions, Lord?
Questions, Captain.
You're signed on in passage, and you'll sign off with a jingle in your tin. Now, what more does a sailor want?
There's been sailor killing done on this ship.
We're only bringing her home, Morgan. Whatever happened on board this ship before we joined her is no concern of ours.
Get your hands out of there.
Me no steal, boss. Me lucky. Me no steal live sailor.
Live sailor?
No, boss. Only dead men's. Me got links, back links. Me sure. Better on Johnny Heave-ho than Davy Jones' locker, no? Look, boss. In back, me got links with finger.
Finger?
Me got him not come up yet. Me sure.
You're not a carcass robber, are you?
No, boss. Only finger. After Colucci, then comes fever.
Fever?
Then Missy say, goodbye, my sailorman, little push, and all go to Davy Jones.
Little push? Live sailors?
No, boss.
You said no still live sailors.
No, she said they will die of fever, so why not? She very scared fever. Fever come, making face all sores. Very nasty, pretty lady.
And the captain knew about this?
Capitan like hot chicken too much. She said jump, he jump. She said push, he push.
You mean he drowned them?
All bye-bye, Davy Jones' locker.
Well, sir, got your papers ready?
I got it all, mister, including a rat certificate, And consul signatures from all over.
Well, you'll have to do a bit more than wave them in the air. So will my partner when we get there.
Huh? Do you hear the way he treats me? After what I done? What I put up with? What I witnessed for you? I buried so many dead. We ran out of shackles to weight him down even. What's he got then? The scow boatman. I'll tell you what he haven't got. He haven't got eyes what seen what I seen. Neither the dying, nor the cursing, nor the looks they gave them that was still alive. Oh, you're like the Calucci, you are. Once seen, and the jig's as good as up.
Zachary Jones. I understand from the daughter he's quite a character and well known on the Guano coast.
The Fever Coast, eh?
Well, guano's such filthy stuff, you'll be as anxious as we are to get it off the docks. Shall we go out on the Hero?
It's against regulations.
Well, surely you don't have regulations this early on a wet Monday morning.
The launch is alongside the Samantha now, sir.
Very good, Captain Baines.
What if they find out about the fever?
What fever, Captain Baines?
Are you carrying any mails, Captain?
Mail, sir? Not this trip, no.
And can I see your manifest?
Certainly, sir. Indigo.
Ah, thank you. And, have you anything to declare?
Oh, usual stores under bond. Spirits, much depleted, I'm afraid.
There's been a run of smuggling from the American ports. Cigars and the like.
Mister, if you could give me a cigar, you'd make a friend.
Oh, I think I can oblige.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
You, didn't make the ship's number, Captain.
Number? No. No, sir. And that's where I'm going to have to crave your indulgence. A flag locker went. Aye. A flag locker and the galley washed out. And no fire for days, no.
And there's no sickness on board?
Oh, none whatsoever, sir. Case of dropsy early on. Blew itself overboard. Now, let me fill your glass.
Oh, thank you, Captain. I'll put the rummagers on board. Then if you'll come along to the customs office with the cargo manifest, we'll see to your clean bit of health.
Thank you, sir.
We're very anxious that everything should be signed quickly. We would like the ship turned round as soon as possible.
Yes, a cargo of guano, eh? You want to return to the source before someone else finds it.
How soon?
As soon as the papers are signed, but it'll be a formality.
I can see the only thing that's bothering you, sir.
And what's that?
No cigars. You'll have to oblige, sir.
It would seem we brought the contraband with us, eh, John?
There you go. Here. Right, I want a new crew sign this morning. 8 men, lad. You objected to the last crowd. This time you can pick your own. So with this time...
Where are we bound and what's the cargo?
You know where you're bound then?
The Charlotte Road's a pierhead jumping off in a hurry. That's all I know. I'll see you.
Yeah, good luck. Oh, come on, Johnny. You come long sides. Plenty jobs long sides.
No need work. Johnny Lichman now.
You come with us to Mother Hubbard's, mate.
Johnny, he for a long time in Samantha.
Yeah, and better times are sure. Well, come on, let's get at it. I fancy a bit of fandangle for supper. Chop, chop, Johnny.
I'm very grateful to you, Captain Onedin. We're sailing for South America as soon as possible. What are your plans?
Oh, I shall find some cargo or other, no doubt.
I never seen such close mouths as in this company. What are we bound for, Captain?
Tying up to tree stumps some. Round the Horn and up the Guano coast.
Oh, you found out where Miss Indigo's guano is then?
I've never seen a man like Mr. Onedin. He don't miss a trick.
What's the matter, Johnny? Johnny? What is it? Oh, my God! Get it!
Well, come on. One of you say something. Come on, Anne. It's time to settle your differences. Your husband's home from the sea. Now swallow your pride and make it up.
Not I. It was James who asked me to come here.
I did. I did not say that. You said that.
Well, Sarah intimated.
Look, you said Anne said she wanted to see me.
We meant well, James.
You're like a stone, man. Had you not a word to say to her?
Well, I came, didn't I? Oh. We've made a step forward. This little venture has put us on the road to regaining control of the company. And we can buy nigh on £2,000 worth of shares. And have a nose for a new trade.
What trade?
Fetch and carry. Free as air.
James, may I have a word with you alone?
Well, if it's company business, we are all directors.
3 seamen have died in a boarding house in Wellington Street of yellow fever.
Yellow fever?
Paid off the Samantha.
Are they sure it's yellow fever?
There's no doubt whatsoever. Yellow fever acts quickly and violently. But in this hot weather, it's worse than cholera. And we brought it here.
Sure.
It's true, James. We are responsible.
Oh, nonsense. She paid off under her own master. Closed and opened articles in the normal run of commerce.
James!
Albus! In the normal run of commerce.